We are live, and my closet is open. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Okay. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Do you guys like the moose? It says Tommy Moose. After me, my name. I don't know if we got, yeah, as a tag, so. My parents probably bought it because it's called Tommy. It was not custom. And there's a snow globe. Ay. Oh. It's one of those, like, you put a picture in it. I gotta put a picture in it. I don't know what I'll put in it. I have no clue. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's Saturday going? How did their week go? How did your week go? Was it good? I hope it was incredible. I hope it was great. I hope it was awesome. I was very busy this week on my business, on my freelancing business. Busy making music and busy working on my YouTube video, which is coming out tomorrow. Dare I say it's one of the best. I know I say it a lot, but it's truly up there. It's truly one of the best. Hey, David, what's going on? How you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? James, what's up? The world is yours, Tony Montana. The world is yours. The world is mine. How's everyone doing? How you guys doing? You guys chilling? How was your week? Was it good? Was it 100? Was it full of love, full of smiles, full of celebrations? I hope it was. 'Cause every week counts. Every week counts. Really does. These are the weeks of our lives, days of our lives, the days of our life. Pink Floyd, if you guys know that song, Days of Our Lives. One of the best. One of the best. I hope you guys are doing great. But yeah, this week I was busy with my freelance and getting my business set up and public and everything. And yeah, this next video, actually, the YouTube video coming out tomorrow has a lot to do for all of you artists, all of your processes, your creative processes, your creative routines and workflow. And this video is going to help you guys with that. And this video is going to help you guys get addicted, because I think getting addicted can be a really nice trick to getting your work done. I know I was talking about this a couple streams ago, like trying to turn your work and your creative projects into something like video games where it's easy to do. It's not something that you resist. It's not hard to resist video games, because it's easy to fall into. So how do we make this creative work easier? How do we make it addicting? How do we make it, how do we really return to what it is? Because it's creative work. There's a reason why we're doing it. There's a reason why we're artists. It's not taxes. It's not homework. It's supposed to be fun. It's going to be full. We do need discipline. It's going to be hard, and struggle is good. Struggle is part of the process, but we need to love the struggle. We need to fall in love with the struggle, fall in love with the overall journey, with everything. So, so yeah, the video is going to help you guys with that. If you resonate with anything I just said, look out for tomorrow's video. The Wall is my favorite Pink Floyd album, no question. No question. Wow. That says a lot, because, Dark Side of the Moon got to be one of the best pieces of art ever created. One of the best pieces of art I've had the blessing to experience. And then I think Shine On and Dark Side of the Moon are tied for me for my favorite Pink Floyd album. Shine On. Wish You Were Here, but I know it as Shine On because the Shine On songs, I think they stick out to me. It's inspiration. The Shine On, actually, if you guys are familiar with the song that plays in a lot of my music video or a lot of my YouTube videos, like the You Already Have Your Answers and some of the other ones, that is heavily inspired by Shine On, You Crazy Diamond, Pink Floyd, the chords for Shine On. Yeah, I love that. I love those songs. Yeah, Pink Floyd's got some of the best music. Looking forward to the new video. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that support. It means a lot. I'm happy that you guys are looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to posting it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's it's one where when I thought of the idea, I knew it was gonna be um good to make and good to put out there. A video that a lot of people I think will resonate with and it'll help a lot of people. And if you want to fall in love with the journey, fall in love with the process, then I think that's a good thing. I think we all should because yeah, do you guys like look at the videos? I don't know about you guys, but I like watch videos of some of my favorite artists or some of my favorite musical artists in the studio. And I just look at them and I look at their flow and their routine, their creative process. And I just think about my own. I think about, wow, like that looks so fun just to be in the studio and just make and work on your craft and just, the why are distractions a thing? Why are temptations a thing? Why is procrastination a thing when this is so fun at its core, at its essence? It's like, what is up with all these things that kind of push us away from it? And it's worth exploring and digging into those things. Because if we can find and not even really discover, but like return to the fun, because there was a reason why we started, our artistic journeys in the first place, then there's a way to really unlock this again, like going back to the word addicted, like just this energy, this feeling of you just want to go to it. It's impulsive kind of like, yeah, like you wake up and you want to get to it. So yeah. And also at the essence of those artists working on the craft, at its essence, it is just that an artist working on their craft, all of the fame stripped away. That's what it is. And we can do that. That's kind of the point. It's like we can do that. There's nothing stopping us. We are artists and we have a craft that we can work on. We've done it before and we can do it now. So, what is the best way to go about that? How can we go about that in a way that's productive and fun? And again, more importantly, like something where we're not avoiding it and not hesitant towards it and not procrastinating on it. The second time I listened Dark Side, it was surreal. Yeah. I've had so many times I've listened to the album and just like out of body experience. I resonate so much with it's one of those albums you can have so many crazy interpretations of it. And I feel like those songs on that album are like the theme songs of the human experience. How TV shows have theme songs. If life as a human on this planet was a TV show, the theme songs of that show would be the songs on that album, Dark Side of the Moon. That's the best way I can describe how geniusly written that album is. Um, Time, Great Gig in the Sky, Brain Damage, Going into Eclipse, Breathe. I mean, all of the songs are just incredible. Yeah, Dark Side, very close second. Yeah. Yeah, you guys gotta listen to Pink Floyd. If you have not listened to Pink Floyd, I actually have my guitar here. I don't know if I know any I don't know if I know any that is actually crazy. I'm just now putting that together. That's the next thing I gotta get onto. That's the next thing I have to learn is, um, Pink Floyd's my favorite album. I don't even think I can play any songs. I used to be able to play "Wish You Were Here." Remember that's fun. Down, 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 down. Probably for me, top 5, maybe top 3 favorite artists, bands of all time. Yeah. There's a reason why Pink Floyd is such a staple, such a household name. There's a reason why. And if you don't know that reason, well, then you just gotta listen to their music. If you haven't listened to Pink Floyd, I would say what album would you say? I would start with Dark Side of the Moon, even though I think it's their best one from the ones that I've heard. It's a great introduction into their discography. Echoes is Echoes is one of their best songs. That's like top 3, honestly. I count the Shine On songs as one, parts 1 through 15 as one song, because I would not be able to pick between the 2. Um, but I would say top 3 would be, not in any order, Echoes, Shine On, and maybe Great Gig. Great Gig, or Any Color You Like. Say my top 3. Um, yeah, making a lot of music, guys. You guys make music? Any musical artists? Anyone writing lyrics? Anyone writing chords? Any instrument players out there? It's a lot of fun. Even if you don't play music, you should get into it. You should start playing, because I feel like, I being it's probably my alarm for this live. Being an artist, you're not limited to one part in the medium, or one media. Um, if you identify as a filmmaker, it doesn't mean that you just have to stick to filmmaking. If you identify as a musical artist, it doesn't mean you just have to stick to making music. Um, it's like ice cream flavors. You can try other flavors, and I think that there's a lot of benefits to actually branching out to the other medias, to the other forms, because if you're I don't know why I'm coughing so much. If you're a musical artist, hey, guess what? If you're a musical artist, you make your own music videos. That's a lot of fun. Actually, I'm shooting a music video today with my friends for my first release, and I've done it before. It's a lot of fun. And I mean, I'm a filmmaker too, so it is a lot of fun, yeah. But I like, if you're a musical artist and you haven't tried filmmaking or video making, like, make your own music video, get really creative. You It's crazy how many indie songs, or even popular songs, but a lot of like indie music, the music videos are not really high budget, high scale, particularly because it is indie, but it almost forces you to be more creative, and very chill, fun videos. They have millions and millions of views on YouTube, and the whole video is like in one bedroom, or in one location, or I don't know. It's very. I'll try and find one to share with you guys, but like on the Discord or something. It's very minimal. It's very fun to watch, and fits the song. If it's your song, you should make the video, because you're gonna be able to translate that song into a visual experience the best, since you're the artist. Um, but yeah, like, branch out into other medias, branch out, and same thing, like, if you're a filmmaker, try and make a song. Score your own films. Score your own films, make the soundtracks to your own films. I would say that. I would say that. The Wall is my favorite, but to be fair, I hated listening to it the second time. It's an hour long. The second half is almost entirely slow songs. Yeah, it is. It's a heavier album overall. Yeah, have I finished listening to The Wall? I remember one night I fell asleep listening to it, or I was in my bed listening to it, and I think I probably fell asleep um, to the last few songs, probably because it was slow. I think I remember. Yeah, it was slow. It's a great album, though. It is really, really good. I have song ideas I'd love to execute. I just don't have the abilities to make those songs. You gotta find those powers within you. You gotta find it. If you have if there's a reason those ideas are coming to you, you gotta get them done. And you get GarageBand if you have an Apple laptop, and I'm sure there's other free softwares for music making on non-Apple laptops. And even if you don't, there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. But you should definitely. Do you have an instrument? Maybe get an instrument, start playing. Hello, hello. How you doing? How you doing? How is you? How you is? What's your approach to film? Are you wanting to go down the Hollywood route, or an entirely different way, like YouTube? Whoa. Oh yeah, so YouTube. That's actually funny, because I was thinking about that, because I have my senior thesis film that I really want to get out there, and I'm submitted to film festivals, but also there's the option of putting it on YouTube, which I have thought about, and I've prayed about it, because it's risky in a way. Some of the festivals don't allow you to put your film on online streaming, so I don't know. I had to think about it, but you know, that actually has happened with films before. It's happened with short films where they'll just put it on YouTube and then it'll blow up and it'll do really good. It'll be successful. Um, but I really do want to put it on because I want you guys to watch it ASAP. I want you guys to watch my senior thesis film because I'm in love with the film and how everything came out, and I just want to share it with the world. But yeah, I don't know. I gotta think more on that. Gotta pray more on it. In terms of like overall like career and everything, I do think YouTube will be like a bigger platform for me with my films and my filmography. I'm making a right now I'm in the works of my next film, and one of the options is to make the whole film and then just put it right on YouTube. It would have a decent budget to it, but putting it straight on YouTube, I mean, I don't know, I just feel like that's an awesome, beautiful thing. Just making this film with my heart and soul with all these people and then putting it on YouTube for everyone to watch for free. Something I'm praying on and thinking about a lot. Um, Whatever it is, Hollywood doesn't appeal to me in terms of, um, I don't know, just generally Hollywood doesn't really appeal to me, but I do want my films to I'm gonna go where God takes me. I'm gonna go where I need to go to make the films that I need to make the films that I'm meant to make. Oh, my guitar vibrated from that. Um, what was I saying? Oh, I'm gonna go where I need to go to make the films that I'm meant to make. But really, I think that as long as I'm making films that are seen and experienced by as many people as I can get them to be seen by, then I feel like then I'm pursuing my mission because my mission is to make films for the world, for the whole world to see films that help change the world, films that spark something within our souls, films that spark change, films that, you know, cause you to self-reflect and self-realize and come closer to yourself and not numb the brain, not overstimulate the brain, but expand the mind, expand the soul, and um, really what 2001: A Space Odyssey did for me. That film changed my life, and the experience it gave me. I want to replicate that for others. Um, and I think film is the crazy medium of art where you're crossing so many different genres of art. You're crossing poetry, you're crossing music, you're crossing photography, you're crossing theater performance. All these things blended together, I think, makes it such a powerful medium. And then the accessibility to that, to film, how accessible it can be, is what makes it really like a um, can't find the word, but just a super. It's a powerhouse of an art media. Are you gonna travel this summer? Well, I just got back from Florida. I've been there before. I got back from Florida like a week ago. I was visiting my grandparents, and that was a lot of fun. I shot some of my last YouTube video there. I'm staying in my hometown this summer and just grinding. I'm working a lot every day. Working on my business, working on my social media, working on my craft, my art, my music, my scripts, working on all that stuff. This is, I mean, the next, this phase that I'm in right now is the hustle phase, I guess I would call it. Um, but it's really like no matter where I go, I'm definitely just at least right now in the immediate future, in the immediate present and future, I'm kind of just putting my head down and working, following, what I need to do. And I want to travel. I want to go to Europe. I really want to go to Italy. I want to go to France. I want to go to those places. I want to go to Poland because I'm part Polish. But that'll happen, ideally when I save up the money for that. And when it feels right, maybe an opportunity comes up. But I do want to travel. My whole 20s I want to travel. But yeah, I need to build a base for myself. And that's what I'm doing right now. Those are my goals. Those are my dreams. That's why I'm working day to day on it. You could release after it is shown at the film festival. Yeah, That's the thing, I can release my film after the film festivals. The only thing is the film festivals are gonna take they're gonna take a hot minute. Like, I wanna submit to a particular film festival that's not gonna really premiere its films until early next year, which is a while, and I wanna get it to you guys soon because I just really want you guys to watch it. But I'm committing right now, I'm committing to the best plan, and all is unfolding. Every beat harmonious, every beat harmonious. I just had film life crisis the other night thinking about how to balance my dreams and the other future I want, which is to have a happy marriage, family. Mm. What do you mean by that? Do you mean like, 'cause filmmakers are always, like, on the run? Filmmakers are all over the world? Or is it, just, like, time, work in general? That is one of the challenges, but one of the rewards of life is the journey of balance. Finding your balance, there's no textbook answer to how to do any of that, how to do any of this, but it is, uh it is something that you find your footing in. I For me personally, I give all those things to God. I don't see my job as needing to think about those things really, more of just feeling and trusting that um, I have the guidance towards those things, and as long as I pursue the path I know is the highest, then everything's gonna unfold for me, timing wise. Um, but it is hard. It's not meant to be easy, but nothing worth experiencing is ever easy. But yeah, I mean, work-life balance, there's times where you're gonna have to give more time to family, more time to work. That's one of the things I'm even dealing with now is, this summer I'm spending time at the house. I don't know how long I'm gonna be in this house for. Probably not very much, probably not much longer. So I wanna cherish these days and spend here with my family because I graduated college, so I'm not gonna be able to, you know, I'm probably not gonna live here once I'm out anymore. So these days are coming to an end. These days with my younger siblings, here at the house, living here. So that is a balance. I don't want to just be on my laptop all day. Because then time flies. That's what happened. That's what happened the past few summers. And I'm learning from that. And I would like if it were up to me, I would rather spend the next couple I knew it was my last couple months at this house with this family, then I would spend all of it. Um, I'd rather spend all of it just spending time with them than my work. And, because, a few things I can get back, other things you can't. It's just time. But yeah, that is the balance. That is the work-life balance. Where do you put your time? 6 months or a year after the film release? Yeah, I gotta think more on that stuff. Who's your director? Stanley Kubrick. Favorite director? Stanley Kubrick is probably my favorite director. 2001: A Space Odyssey, the film that changed my life. That is he's my favorite director, I would say. And just generally, I always say this, but like he makes his range, like all the genres that he tackles is pretty crazy. I also love. I've only seen one film from him actually, which is crazy. I need to watch more. Xavier Dolan. He made a film called Mommy in 2014. You guys should look it up. You guys should watch it. Incredible film. Absolutely amazing film. One of my favorites, top 5 films. And I need to watch more. But just from watching that one film, he's like one of my favorite directors, which is crazy. But yeah, it's just the way that he directs it, the drama, the performances, the way it's shot and everything. Jeez. The film is amazing. You can Interrail around for cheap. Interrail, what is that? Interrail. Interrail. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I think that might be what my friend is doing right now. My friend from actually, Michael. If you guys watch the vlogs, the film school vlogs, I think he's doing that right now in Europe. He is in Europe. He might be interrailing. I'll have to ask him. But he looks like he's having a blast. That's what I'm trying to do when I'm meant to. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I love flying. I love traveling. I love just the experience. Because I know a lot of people like traveling. They don't like flying. I don't know. I love flying. Like that's one of my favorite things. That's one of my favorite parts of traveling, actually. Sometimes I just look forward to the flight experience. And when I land, I'm happy, but I'm also like, oh man, the flight experience is over. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if I just like being in the sky or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Flying is fun though for me. The whole experience. It's just like a very just going there with your luggage, going through the security. I know security is like a headache for a lot of people, but I don't know why. It is kind of fun. And then going to your gate, the whole ritual of just waiting at your gate, maybe getting something to eat, waiting to board, looking out, hopefully get a window seat, but looking out the window, and then just taking off, that moment of the plane leaving. I don't know. It is one of the great delicacies of my human experience thus far. Any requests? Bon Jovi? Let me see. Bon Jovi. Let's do Living on a Prayer. Living on a Prayer. Chords. Guitar. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, Always. You want Always? Always guitar chords. I don't think I have not heard Always. I have not. But I'm gonna play it for you. And you're like, that is not how you play. But I'm playing the right chords. Oh, no. This sounds like a song that I wrote with my friend, Luis. Those are nice chords. I love, love those chords. Those at the C sharp minor and the B. Oh, the song that I was writing with my friend goes. Yeah. Very nice chords. Sounds like it? Good. Good, good, good. Making the crowd happy. And on thy hand, yourself, I can, and I turn. What are you guys' favorite albums? We talked about Dark Side of the Moon, which for me again is the best. I want another album to listen to, like Dark Side of the Moon, like genuinely an incredible, like from start to finish, just an incredible album. I would say for me, my top 3 albums: Dark Side of the Moon. I have to say Wish You Were Here. I know it's also Pink Floyd, but I just have to be honest. I gotta be honest. And then Third would have to be you know what I really love Cage the Elephant's Melophobia. I love the album. I don't know if it's a top album, but it's up there. It's up there for sure. And then Beach House has a lot of great albums. But I would say for me. Oh no. I might have to go Pink Floyd again just because I love their music so much. Maybe metal. Maybe metal. Pink Floyd. Metal. I think something I'm gonna make a YouTube video on pretty soon, actually, because I've been thinking about this, is something about morning routines. Something I noticed with myself, and I've tried to work on this a lot these past few weeks. And I'm learning a lot about myself actually. My journey with discipline is in the morning, right? You kind of set the tone for the day, you establish what the rest of the day is going to be like. And I always notice that on the days where I do some kind of like high dopamine activity, like first thing in the morning, you know, usually it's just like I would count I don't know if it's scientifically a high dopamine activity, but I would count like definitely like sleeping in a lot is would be kind of indulgent in a way and sets the tone. But like being on the phone, or even like eating a lot, you know, for me, it's really just going on the phone. If that's the thing that kind of ruins um, the rest of the motions of the day, I noticed that it's a lot harder to pick up after that. It's a lot harder to get back into action, get back on the work and the craft. But when I hold back from those distractions and those things, all those mornings, all those days are successful and they go great because I find that a lot of it is, when you do something high dopamine, you're setting the bar for what you need for the rest of the day. And so the work it becomes more, like, wow, compared to the things I just gave to myself, it's not as fun or it's not as exciting to go into the work or go into the craft, you know. But if you start your morning with peace, with simplicity, really, I think simplicity, if you can have a simple morning routine, do great things for yourself, but keep it simple in terms of the things you're experiencing. What a great thing to do. Cold water exposure, simple writing, journaling, and then just being in quiet peace, being in solitude, being somewhere that's quiet, going outside in nature. All these things, I think, you set the base for what you need. Like, this is all, like in the last video I talked about, this is all you need. This is all I need for the rest of the day. I don't need to go on the phone. I don't need that in order to be entertained or stimulated or taken care of or satisfied. I don't need those things. This is all I need, simplicity. And you go from there. And you start off the day a lot better with your senses. Like, even like today I got up around 4:30. I prayed. I did some stretches. I went outside and the sky, this beautiful like dark blue, but I heard some birds chirping, and the dark blue started to fade to a baby blue over the course of the next like 30 minutes. And I was swimming in my pool, and it was just very serene, very calm. And there's something about that time in the morning that's just very like, wow, it's kind of hits you of this serene, peaceful world that's just there. That is there when you're actually like sleeping in. And even though it's hard to get up, it's I think it's worth being out there, worth more being out there during that time. But I kinda established, like, the tone of the day for myself. I established, what what I needed, and the serenity of the day I established there. And, those kinds of things, those really help. I wanna talk about that. I wanna make those videos because I think as an artist, because the artist's journey for creativity is a lot more intertwined with also your personal journey as a human, your soul's journey. These things matter. These things are more than just for discipline on getting your work done, but also it's for helping you and your art and your creativity and you as a person, you as a human, you as an artist, your relationship with yourself, discovering, exploring yourself, what things that you learn. So that's why I really do believe that the artist's journey is very intertwined with that, like, self-improvement journey. Those 2 are so intertwined. Because also the more you work on yourself, the more you can kind of go into the depths of your soul and the depths of who you are, which is which is what creativity is all about. Being an artist is all about, is your relationship with yourself. Yeah. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Theme parks, do I like theme parks? I love theme parks. I haven't been to one in a while. Six Flags, my family and I used to go to Six Flags a lot. Um, I would go on I would go on Nitro the most. Nitro was my favorite in New Jersey. Nitro was, man, that one you go so high. That one is because the thing is, Kingda Ka is also at Six Flags, and that's the tallest roller coaster in the world. But that one wasn't as enjoyable as Nitro because Kingda Ka, you don't get the butterflies in your stomach. I think it's probably because it just goes too fast for you to actually feel the butterflies. Nitro is the tallest roller coaster I've been on, where you do feel those butterflies, and it's, oh my gosh, it's a lot of fun. I haven't been on one in a while. Man, I have not been on a roller coaster in a long time. It's probably been years. Disney and Universal, yeah. When you were 13, you went. Yeah, those are fun. I've been to both of those quite a lot. Oof, man, Universal. The ET ride always stuck out to me. It's funny. I think the ET ride was my first memory, or is like the first memory I have right now. It's the first thing it's the earliest memory that I can recall. The part in the ET where the cop car comes out and then like flashes at you, or the cops like yelling or something like that. Man, that was crazy. I remember being next to my grandma, and then the car, the cops came. It was like, ah, oh my gosh, that memory. It's crazy how some like the early memories, it's so vivid. It's so like just stays in your mind, I guess. I don't know. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. ET ride is solid. Yeah, ET ride is a lot of fun. And then Springfield. I don't know how long the Simpsons Springfield has been up in Universal, but that was a lot of fun. The donut, they have the Krusty Burger there. It was incredible. Congratulations, I graduated, and thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How's creating been for you since? Creating has been a lot of fun. Um, feels like a open world video game, and I said that when I entered college, when I walked away from my parents to go into my apartment. Felt like those open world video games where like the first 20 minutes you're doing like a mission, and you have to do that before you enter the rest of the world. That's what it felt like. And then like I was entering into that world, but then it was like that feeling again when now that I'm graduating, and it's still like slowly processing that I am in a bigger world now. But yeah, creating. So what I have been doing to create is music and working on my next script after my senior thesis film, which I spent a year creating with all of the other people at school. And yeah, uh, music's going very, very well. First single coming out. Shooting the music video for that today. And then the next film's it's gonna be a while till the next film's out because films take a lot longer, generally speaking. And creating content has been a lot too. That's been a bulk. It's a lot of work to write scripts, to work on scripts, to film, to edit. Editing is my favorite part because everything's done. And it's just like, oh wow, this is great. I'm seeing everything come to life, seeing the whole vision come to life. I spent time writing this thing, spent time filming this thing, and now I get to edit and see all the magic come together. It's very satisfying. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, just creating the music, the film, the scripts, and the content. Euros, yes. Copa, Copa and Euros. I've been watching. Greetings from Austria. Hello, Austria. Hello, love to Austria. You beat my Poland in the Euros, I believe. I think it was you guys. Congratulations. Sad for us, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Am I right? What are you gonna do? Yeah, I have been watching the Euros and the Copa America. I was watching Peru last night. I was watching Peru, and they tied Chile 0-0. And there were so many great chances. But man, we really needed that win. Really needed that win because Argentina is going to be hard. You know, they won the World Cup, Lionel Messi, and then Canada is also going to be hard, probably harder than Chile. So man, I really wish. I'm half Peruvian, so I'm going to cheer for Peru a lot. Pressure doesn't change your work. I also recently graduated, and it feels like there's much more pressure to create something successful now. Just be overthinking also. Yeah, I get that. I feel that. I think we all kind of feel the pressure after graduating. And I noticed that from a lot of people who I knew in college who graduated before me, and kind of talking about that same thing, the pressure to create. But I think we kind of also have to remind ourselves that we have so much time. Like, it's incredible how much time we have on our hands. You know, early 20s, young 20s, we just get out into the world. We're basically newborn babies compared to the rest of humanity in terms of going out in there into the world. So definitely most of the pressures is mental, is fake. In my opinion, all pressure is mental. But yeah, we have a lot of time. But the question is, what do we do with that time? You know, we have a lot of with great power comes great responsibility. With a lot of freedom comes a lot of decisions. A lot of decisions becomes a lot of consequence. So, you know, the question is, what do we want those results to look like? But something I've been making content on recently is that idea of like day to day working on your own project. That's what I that's what I practice. That's what I try to practice now day to day is just, you know, what is the project that I'm working on and how can I work on it today? How can I get progress done today? I think as long as we're doing that, you know, that is the most important part of it is actual consistent action on it. But yeah, creating something successful, I feel that, especially with my music, because I'm working on a couple songs right now. Because my plan is I'm working on 2 songs right now, not including the single that I'm releasing soon. Because I want like these 3 songs to be ready. Because then after these are done, I'm working on a record, not an album. Because an album's like I think like around 10 songs. I'm working on a record, so like this collection of 5 songs that I've already kind of written for the most part. And I've already started kind of producing and writing, but I want to get them all done, all 5, and then release the record. But in the meantime, you know, that's going to take me at least a month probably. So I want to have these 3 songs ready to just release every other week so that I don't just drop the single and then a month later, you know, the album comes out. But, you know, yeah, I mean, the creating something successful, there's a pressure on that because I'm making these 2 songs and you know, I want them to be good. And there is a pressure of like, oh man, I spent months, like literally months on my first song. And now I'm trying to only spend a couple weeks on these next 2 songs, and I notice the quality is, like, it's not there at the level of, like, my first song because I'm not spending as much time on them, um, so I wanna put more time in it. It's a crazy balance. It's crazy, it's tricky, it's funny, right? But that's one of the things that we have to figure out. It's just something that is part of the process, and everyone's done it before, and we're just all on our individual journeys with it. But yeah, there's a pressure to make something successful, but I'm just leaning into having fun because, I mean, the real definition of success, right, is something that you love with your soul. So I'm just leaning to finding the fun because the pressure and the idea of making something successful clouds away from having fun, and having fun is the true that's the best thing that you can do for your art. It's having fun. In that zone of having fun, that's where you find the genius art. That's where your creative spirit lives. That's where your creative soul lives, is when you're making something and you're having fun making it. So that's what I'm focusing on right now, is just making things that I like, making things that I enjoy, making things that I have fun doing. Because I watched all the other artists that I love create their art, my favorite art, and they look like they're having fun. When you see a director in the zone, they're having fun. And you see artists making their music, they're having fun. They like what's happening. So I have to like what's happening in the process. And if I think too much about the pressure and success, it just gets out of the way. It doesn't help me. Really doesn't. The thing that helps me is getting comfortable and relaxed and tuning in to that creative spirit, that creative soul. How are you today? I'm good. I'm very, very good. Very busy. But I was very grateful for I was very grateful today. In one particular moment, I was very, very like, wow, like I get to do all of this. Like I was noticing myself getting a little not stressed, but like just a little worn out because I've just been working a lot this summer. I was looking at the things I had to do, so I was checking things off. I was like, okay, I wrote this thing for Patreon. I wrote this blog. I did this research for something in my business. I was doing all these things, checking them off my to-do list, and then I saw like I had to film the music video today, and then film the rest of my YouTube video today, and I was like, man, this is a lot. Then I was like, wow, like what a blessing, what a privilege it is to be able to for this to be my issue, for this to be my problem. Is that I get to be tired doing the type of work that I'm doing, which is creating art, creating things that ultimately I do enjoy. That's a true blessing. And gratitude replaces fear always. Gratitude always replaces fear. But yeah, it's a great feeling. It's a really nice feeling. But I was just thinking about that today, and increased my spirits. It helped my spirits, helped my vibes. Um, yeah, I'm excited because after this, I'm going to shoot the music video. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll post some BTS on the story. Messi, Messi. He still got it. He still got it. The Dexter series I've not seen all the way through. I watched the first season like my freshman year of high school, which is like, oh my gosh, was that like 8 years ago? Or no, it was probably like junior year or something. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I don't know why I didn't finish it. I don't think I probably wouldn't watch it now because it's very like I veered away from those types of shows and movies, like the more gory stuff. But it was really great from what I remember. Really well written. Miami vibe. Miami vibe. Messi. He's there. He's releasing a sports drink. It looks like Logan Paul's Prime. El Mas, I think it's called. Do you know any, or are you good friends with other YouTubers in real life? Um, my boy Mishley, where you at? He was in the last live. Um, your bro Mishley, or your guy Mishley, I think his name on YouTube. And I always forget. And then Ben Lerner is he's an awesome content creator. Ben Lerner, actually, so funny. He's on YouTube and Instagram. And I watched the story of how we met. I was watching one of his reels, or I saw a YouTube video of his, um, which had a bunch of views. I think he submitted it to NYU Film School, and then I watched his, and then I saw a reel of his on Instagram. I was like, oh, this guy's awesome. He's making the type of content I want to make. And then I'm at school, my senior year. It's like the first or second week, and I see this guy, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he looks just like he looks like that guy from social media. And then I woke up and then I see his name tag says Ben. I'm like, no way. And I ask him, I'm like, are you Ben Lerner? He's like, yep. I was like, what? And he was in yeah, he was going to my same film school, which is crazy. That was like mind blowing to see. Um and yeah, he does a lot. He puts out so much great stuff. You should check him out. Instagram and YouTube. Give him a lot of love and support because his quality is actually top notch. He inspires me a lot with the content he puts out. But trying to think of YouTubers. A lot of my friends have YouTube channels. Lou Stykes, check him out. I don't Luis, my friend Luis, he worked on my Dear Julian film. I don't think he makes YouTube videos anymore too often, but we're working on Nerf Mafia. Oh, you guys are gonna love Nerf Mafia. We're working on a film this summer. It's like a 40-minute like dramedy, comedy, really. It's like imagine a gangster film, but Nerf guns instead of real guns. We've been working on the script. We were supposed to film it 2 summers ago, but we didn't because there was just too much. And now we're gonna be filming in a couple weeks. We're doing pre-production. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna really like Nerf Mafia once it's released. Hopefully, it's released no later than end of August, end of September. But once it is out, oh, you guys are gonna have a blast with it. The jokes are pretty top notch, if I will say so myself. What do you do week by week? What you do week by week, it matters. It builds up. Yeah, it does build up. It really matters. Day to day. The days make up the weeks. Weeks make up the months. Months make up the years. These are the days. So these are the years of our lives. These are the days of our lives. They really do. They really, really do matter. That's why it's so important that you check in with yourself every day and making sure that you're making good decisions, doing what you need to do. And yeah, it's like the Pink Floyd line, right? The in time, what is it? I'm blanking on it now. Let me see. And then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. Yeah. And then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. One of the best lyrics ever. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. You missed the starting gun because you didn't realize that you make your own starting gun. You shoot your own starting gun off. Yeah, and then you work day to day, day by day. Yeah. That's like one of the reels that I posted recently, and I'm making another one like it today. It's so important. So, so important. That's why writing down your goals, journaling, putting it down, somehow materializing it first thing in the morning, at the beginning of the day. So you're like, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm setting myself out to do, and just doing it, You should be a motivational speaker. Your points really do make a lot of sense. Thank you for taking the time to respond. Can't wait to hear the music. Wow, that is a message full of love that I receive very well into my heart. Thank you so much, Naya. That means a lot. Thank you for your kind words. And I love that you say that. I resonate with communication, speaking. That's all things that I really, really care about, and things that I feel God is leading me to do in this life, and I just want to make the most out of that gift. And every time someone resonates with something I say, it's a blessing, and I feel just as much love as they probably do. So thank you for asking the question. Thank you for opening up. Thank you for being involved in conversation. This stuff matters. A lot of us, I'm sure most of us here are artists, so a lot of us can relate to those things about being young, having this time, but also the pressure of success and the pressure of time and everything. So, yeah, like I just said, like one day you find 10 years have gone behind you, we have to start. We have to start now. We have a lot of time. We do have a lot of time. It's just all up to how we decide to use it. It's all in our hands, which can seem scary, but also it is comforting because it's not in anyone else's hand. It's not up to anyone else. So we get to decide, and that's a great thing. Let that empower us. Don't let it scare us. Let it empower us. And yeah, thank you for looking forward to the music. I'm excited to put it out. It's gonna be great. I'm really, really excited. I was listening to the song today. I'm really hyped. I'm really hyped to release it. Has he played yet? Well, have I played the guitar? I was playing a some chords here and there. Yeah. What about this song? Do you guys know this song? Do you guys know that song? Let's see if any of you guys know that. Save your energy, my brother. Yes. You're very right. You're very right, James. Very right. If you can consciously cultivate your own energy, if you can be conscious about the decisions you make, the habits that you're committed to day to bring about the most energy in your life, then that is, I think, the greatest thing that you can do. And that's something that I try to do. It's a struggle. It's not easy. But it's being conscious about everything. I mean, what you're eating, how you're sleeping, when you're sleeping, how long you're sleeping for. Sleep. I mean, sleep is like most important thing. Um, you know, what you're doing throughout the day, again, what your diet looks like, but also, if you're aligned with your soul's mission, are you aligned with what you should be doing? Are you aligned with something higher than yourself? Because if you don't feel like you have anything going, then that's going to drain you, and that's not going to give you the type of motivational energy that you need to get through the day and do the things that you need to do. So that's a huge part. That's probably the biggest part of energy, really. But it is up to you. It is up to you how you cultivate your own energy, how you cultivate. And it really is like a bank. It really is like a bank because you make deposits, you make withdrawals, and you can't make withdrawals from a bank that's empty. So you can't really put in any work if you don't have any energy to go off of. So, yeah. Yeah, but energy, that is it, man. That is it. That's the name of the game. Just realize that you have blogs. Yes, check out the blogs. Check out the blogs. Blogs are a lot of fun. Blogs are dope. It's sometimes they're similar to the things that I post about, but a lot of them expand, or a lot of them are just completely different topics and the things that I post about, and some of them are just expand a lot on things that I make content about. Blogs are fun though. You guys should subscribe. Also, it would mean a lot if you subscribe to my newsletter on my website. So I might get your email because ultimately, if something happens to YouTube, community is out there somewhere else. Or if something happens to Instagram. But the website is it's my website. So we can create our little community there. But yeah, subscribe to the newsletter. The links in my YouTube, like every YouTube video. Just check the description. How do you practice gratitude? Um, I think the easiest way that you can practice gratitude is by writing down things that you're grateful for. It's very simple. It sounds very easy, but is very effective. Writing it out in front of you so that you can actually read back to yourself with a calm mind. Like, okay, these are the things that I have. These are the things that I get to be grateful for. Nothing highlights things that you love more than when you lose them. Because when you lose them, then you didn't realize how great they were when you had them. So everyone knows what it's like to lose something. So you think about that, and you think about the things that you have now, and you think, okay, well, what would be really sad if it's something that I have now that if I lost it, I would be devastated. Well, I would be devastated. We'll look at those things and write them down and then be grateful for them. And then they become more sacred in your life. You get to enjoy them more. They become so much more magical in your life. And something even now that I'm feeling in my heart right now as I speak those words out. It's like, yeah, the things in my life. So many things that would be very sad if I lost them. But if I can take that knowing, that knowledge, turn it into gratitude, it becomes very powerful. But yeah, and anytime you feel fear or anxiety, like I got this from Tony Robbins, but really like gratitude does replace fear because it's very hard to be grateful and afraid at the same time. So if you feel anxiety, you feel fear, anger, or something along those lines, find a way to switch it to gratitude, which is again like the whole reason why there's the saying, if you get stressed out with your work or the things that you have to do, you don't say, I have to do this. Say, I get to do this. I get to do this work. I'm allowed to do this work. I have this opportunity to do this work. So that is a very powerful perspective, kind of mind changer. Also, the song was Electric Love by Borns. Yeah. And gratitude is ultimately, I think, the most powerful perspective that you can really have in life in general. Because for me, like my ultimate goal, I envision like this highest version of myself just going about every day extremely grateful and just happy and excited. And I go through life that way when I'm out in the world. Something that I struggle with now is like inside and when I'm doing the work alone. I enjoy it, but there's times where I can feel just like this almost drainage of energy of like it being a lot. But the gratitude helps. And that's what I was saying today when I felt that it really helped with the work. And ultimately, like just being able to be grateful for everything that you have, being able to see everything as the gift it is, imagining yourself on deathbed later in life and thinking about everything that you just experienced, that you just went through, and realizing, like the Biggie song, it was all a dream. And, almost like maybe this imagined feeling of like, what would it be like to live it all again? And if you can almost envision that you're here again now, that is like the ultimate trick. That's the ultimate hack to life. And like the true fulfillment, true happiness, the best way to live ultimately is not by feeling the most productive or by feeling the most, skilled at something or feeling the most, I don't know, like you've attained some kind of technical skill or technical thing or external achievement. The real best way that you could be most fulfilling way to spend your time is by being the most grateful version of yourself. And I think the most grateful version of yourself actually is the most productive version of yourself. and actually is the highest achieving version of yourself, because the gratitude is kind of that root of and foundation for everything that would follow after. It is the foundation for you being motivated to then take advantage of all the things that you're grateful for and to embrace life. Because if you're so grateful for your life, then you're going to embrace it, truly embrace it with the best of your abilities. And a life where you're truly embracing it with the best of your abilities is a life where you're leading that with the highest levels of success, the highest levels of achievement, of productivity. I believe that, because then you see life as like a playground. You see life as like just chances after opportunities, and yeah, every day becomes sacred. It's a sacred every day. Every day is, you know, every day is as good as the next, and you realize that. And I think that is truly the trick. And with that being said, I think I will wrap up the live, and I will see you all very, very soon. And the YouTube video will be out tomorrow. What program do you use for script writing, editing, creating a thumbnail? For thumbnail, use Canva. It's free. It's really, it's free. It's really nice. It's easy. For editing, do DaVinci Resolve. It's also free, and it's the best editing software I've used. Script writing, you can use Writer's Duet. Writer's Duet is also free. These are all free, and these are all great. Yeah, Writer's Duet, DaVinci Resolve, and Canva. All free, all incredible softwares. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Seriously, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming along. Really appreciate your presence and your time and your love and your support. And I hope all of you guys have a great rest of the day. Do something very, very nice for yourself. I'm going to do something nice for myself. I'm going to spend some time with family. I'm going to shoot my music video after this now. And I'm going to watch the soccer game later today and enjoy that soccer game, because watching soccer is one of the great delicacies that I have in this life. Truly. Yeah, I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care of yourself. Make good decisions. Stay grateful. Yes, Benny. Stay very, very grateful. That is it. And thank you for all of your questions and comments. This was great. This is a great live. And I appreciate all of you a lot. Thank you for always supporting the channel. Thank you for always supporting my work. And I hope that I can support you in your endeavors to the best of my abilities. And yeah, dream on. Work on your project. Ask yourself what project you're working on now and get to work on it. And I will see you all very soon. Stay tuned for the video tomorrow. YouTube video tomorrow. It's going to be great. All right, guys. Peace out. Peace and love. Love you all. Dream on. Follow God. Stay grateful.